Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all types of hard surfaces, including stone and laminate counter.
Ages me a little bit.
Yeah, when you make all A's, you don't
Really,
worry about that.
really wish we could have done it in the hallways. Maybe get some passerby interviews.
Yeah.
But we're here in the Commons, rolling into the first segment here. Let's talk about what was last Friday, a 34-7 victory against Tecumseh at Tecumseh. The first game of the year that I was not able to be at, had a work thing that I had to be at, but I was able to go back to the studio and actually sit through the 2-hour lightning delay that was. So
yeah, you probably could have driven on over and
honestly,
finished up the second half.
Yeah, so I was actually basking in the misery like all of you were and everyone watching for that 2-hour wait. But let's get into it. 34-7, didn't get to watch much of the first half, got to catch all of the second half. Tecumseh goes out and scores 7-0 pretty quick in the first quarter, and then Blanchard rattles off a 34-0 run to end that game. Just talk a little bit about what was going on the field during that first half, and then as the game progressed, how they were able to get that score as wide as it was.
Well, it was kind of it was a slow rattle.
Yeah.
We didn't just rattle them off rapidly, but it was one of those nights again. Everything's just a little bit off. Their game plan was to, kind of grind it out, which we kind of talked about that. That's kind of what they are. They're going to grind it out. They're going to make it tough on you. They're going to try to get 3, 4, 5 yards and then maybe throw a pass here or there, but and then run the play clock down, try to burn as much time as they could.
Yeah.
Play keep away. And they did a good job of it in the first half, and it was going pretty well for them. For a while, they hit us with a big pass play. We had decent coverage on that, but Jackson couldn't finish it, and then he slipped out of his hands and was able to go the distance on him. He's a good receiver, and so as a result, we found ourselves in a hole, but we rallied up, got back, and got it tied back up at 7, and as been the case most of the year, our defense is really the one that just kind of kept things going and. He bent a little bit, but never really broke again. And then, and we get a big turnover. Bryson gets a strip fumble and scoops it up and takes it back to the house for a touchdown. And, that was what kind of kept us a little bit ahead of the game. And,
right.
And we just couldn't ever get really anything going offensively. We would have a play here or there, but it was just nothing consistent.
Yeah.
And, we missed some throws. We dropped some throws. We missed some blocks. We missed some holes. We didn't, we were just not in sync for the longest and trying to get in sync. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of like last year when we were over there. I mean, it was the same scenario last year when we were over there. Everything was off.
Kind of like a Harris situation almost.
Yeah, kind of like that. I mean, it was just we weren't making the connections. and like we did the week before against Bethany, it just wasn't functioning well.
When you start off like that, on that execution, not being on time, just kind of having a little sense of offness, where does a team really find that during the middle of a game and a game plan that, maybe has just not connected like it should have from the get-go?
The thing about it was we had plays and we had things open and we had opportunities and we didn't capitalize on them.
Yeah.
We didn't make those things pay. So you kind of – you don't have to revamp or you don't have to do things completely different because what you were doing was actually working. You just didn't make it happen.
Right.
So you don't really go away from it. You just try to get everybody to calm down and just relax and play, and hopefully it'll come with time. All we got to do is hit one of those. I mean,
right.
we've had guys open behind them, a few times and missed them.
Yeah.
And so you're like, that's all we got to do. If we hit that, it's just a different story.
Of course.
If we hit this pass, it's a different game. If we hit that pass, it's a different game. And so we really didn't panic in that regard, but you just don't like it when you're not clicking.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just hung in there. The great thing about it is our defense has played so well.
Yep.
And so good that we can afford to do that.
Mm-hmm.
We can kind of afford to take our time and figure out at some point in time we're going to get this going.
Yeah.
And so we haven't felt that pressure of somebody scoring points on us, and we're like,
yeah,
we got to score. Mm-hmm. We got to find a way to score. And we just kind of stay the course and go, hey, we're going to hit it here in a minute. We're going to hit one here in a minute. We're going to hit one. And so that's kind of the mindset we had, and we stayed the course. And fortunately for us, we get another big play on defense.
Yeah.
With Brayson's interception and then his lateral to Gunner, and Gunner
that
takes
was,
it to the house for a
might
touchdown.
Be play of the year so
So
far,
that
just
was,
as far
that
as
was,
flashiness.
yeah, it was pretty good. It had a little flash to it. My heart
yeah,
my heart kind of
say.
skipped a beat when he turned to throw it because I'm like, what are we doing?
It's one of those plays where it's like, if it doesn't work out, it's
yeah,
like, what are you doing?
then
But,
you're like,
oh, that's great.
and then
Good
we're like,
job.
Oh, good idea. And so, kind of like, when you shot that 3-pointer and coach was going, no,
Yeah,
and then it goes in and you're like, okay, well,
we'll let it slide
good
this
shot,
time.
good shot. Good
That's
shot.
right.
We'll think about that next time. But
We'll get to some clips here in a second. Just wanted to know there was a couple of injuries on the table last week. Just want to get an update if there was any to be had, any new injuries that may have happened during the game, during practice, anything that I can bring back for this Friday.
Yeah, we just, we still have still nursing that ankle.
Yep.
And it's just going to be it'll
Saw
be
him
a
in a boot.
day-to-day deal whether he's back this week or not. I don't know. We would like to get him in some this week and get him some playing time before Tuttle. We'll see. I don't know if that's going to happen. Rinkin's still out with his shoulder, and
Yep.
he's still in line to get his MRI and get that figured out, what's going on. And Cole had a little bit of a growing pull last week.
Watkins.
Yeah. And when you go out and then you play and then you go into halftime
Yeah.
and you set for 20 minutes and you come back out and you stretch and get loosened back up and you get ready to go, and then you hit a rain delay and you go set for another, in that case,
Comes back to
hour
you.
and 30, hour and 45 minutes, you're kind of like, we're not sending him back out there with a wet field. And
Adrenaline's kind of worn off.
yeah, and I mean, you got to re-stretch and, trying to re-stretch, you're trying to get loose again and it's just hard to do that. And the field's kind of wet. So we didn't want to take any chances with him going out there and aggravating that any worse than it was. So we sat him the rest of the second half. And
Yeah.
so we got through it with those guys. But, that's really about it. We're just trying to get some guys healthy. We get a couple guys healthy and back. That would tremendously help.
Wanted to add this into this segment just because we talk about, what's happening around 4A during the broadcast, but a couple of notable scores from last week. Tuttle goes out and takes care of business versus Bethany, 42-19, and then another notable matchup was Clinton takes care of business at Elk City, 24-21. Any thoughts? You get to see any of those games at all, or
Yeah, I saw a little bit of the Tuttle Bethany game, and
was it in hand for most of it? Controlled?
yeah, I
Bethany?
think Tuttle. Yeah, it was not too far from our game. Tuttle got out Bethany kind of clawed back. They had a chance right there for halftime to score, and if they would have scored, that would have made it a different ball game. But not scoring, and then they got the safety out of that. But not punching in for a touchdown was big.
Kind of killed it.
Yeah, and then they clawed their way kind of back in.
Really?
Made it kind of made it interesting there for a second, and then Tuttle just kind of got out on them and extended on them, and they just. And Bethany never really could get anything established offensively, with any consistency. So I think Tuttle, they would have been sweating over there on the sideline, but they pretty much had it in control most of the game. And I know Bethany struck a couple times and threatened a couple times, but not enough to really kind of make you that nervous.
Yeah. All right, we buried the lead enough. Let's get into some highlights from what was that 34-7 victory over Tecumseh last Thursday. I think I said Friday the first time. Let's start with clip 1.
First offensive play of the game right here for us. We felt like they were going to roll down. They rolled down right there, like Cole to run a post there, but he felt like he could run by his guy. And we kind of fall out of the scene there. You can't really see him. He kind of gets out of the picture, but got one-on-one coverage. We feel like our guys are pretty good one-on-one. And so, good throw by Hud and a good job by Cole going up and getting it. And I thought he was going to pull out of that, maybe go get in the end zone. But
was that a contested catch?
It was contested. The guy had pretty good coverage on it, really. He covered it well. We had a good throw on it, and Cole just went up and made a great catch. And he's hard to defend.
Clip 2.
One-on-one. Coming off of another drive, we got down there and didn't get any points. And so we come back with our next drive off of that, and it's a big throw from Hud to Reston Vickery on one of our concept pass plays. And, it's just a great shot by him. Once again, they're not in bad coverage.
Yeah, no.
But, good throw on our part and a good route by Reston and pulling everybody down, giving a shot over the top right there. And good throw. Good throw and a good catch, good execution for pretty good coverage. It needed a good throw.
Clip 3.
So this follows it up after the pass to Reston. This is our first play off of that. So little outside zone read thing for us, little power read with our quarterback, and we're able to make them jump outside, and Hud's able to sneak it up inside and get that back to a 7-7 game, get it tied up.
Pretty quick response.
Yeah,
Clip 4.
we needed that. A lot more offense early on this, on our highlight deals. We did a good job of trying. They were so piled up inside and then so worried about, bracing that we were able to sneak Nathan out a lot of times there in the flats. And so we were able to get a little play action pass off of that and getting him out in the flats. They were, everybody's kind of piled up and they're collapsing on us inside, and we were able to get the ball outside to him a couple times. I think we got another highlight with him on there as we come out. Defense coming through for us. We're still in a 7-7 ball game. Still kind of tough for us, but this was the play by Brayson that kind of broke things open. Just pops it out right there, and then just scoops her up and takes it to the house. He got a friendly bounce. It wasn't a great bounce, really. It didn't just bounce up into his lap.
Right.
He had to kind of go down and get it, and he was able to kind of, the thing you kind of teach him a lot of times when that's out there is just kind of, if it's not there, just kind of keep shoveling it forward till it does pop up for you. And he was able to kind of flip it a little bit in front of him. It popped up, and then he was able to grab it and take it to the house. So we went up 14-7 right there thanks to our defense.
Clip 6.
Coming in, got them in a situation where they're wanting to throw the football. And we get some good pressure right there, and then Cole's able to get to him right there. We actually popped the ball out right there, and I thought we were going to get on that one, but they had a lineman there that was able to jump on it before Nathan could get on it. But
is that where he got hurt at? Right there?
Good pressure.
Watkins?
Could have been. He hurt his hand, I think, right there. I don't know what he did something to his hand on that deal. But
good recovery, though. Definitely looked like a situation where he wasn't going to get to him, and he
he kind of got underneath a little bit too deep on that, but we got good pressure off the edge from our defensive ends and got some guys getting to the football right there, and he did a good job of getting that ball out too. But
clip 7.
That's probably where he started, where where it began, and then it just kind of progressed as the game went along. Got them in something they don't really like to do. Get them in an empty set, and they're going to throw. We get a great move by Nathan right there. That was
Nice.
good move off the edge by Mosier, and he was able to get to the quarterback. Just he had to play a lot more there at defensive end for us with the guys out with injuries. So just a tremendous pressure right there over a quarterback. And we can get to the quarterback with 3 guys. That's huge.
Clip 8.
Back to defense again once we got them in their spread again, and they're going back to pass, and we get some pressure up inside. We fold back in, force him out of the pocket, but Braden Stacy does a great job there of kind of spying the quarterback. He's kind of sitting in there waiting for him to flush. If we can get him flushed out of there, then he's the guy to pick him up. And
3-man rush still.
Yep.
Forcing him out early.
Enough pressure right there, force him up, got great coverage in the back end, and flush him out of the pocket, and then we got Braden there to make the play whenever he does flush. So
Clip 9.
We've been getting out of there a little bit too deep a lot of times, and we're not able to usually get that guy on the ground. But back to the offense, and this is, again, sneaking Nate out in the flats and get him out there and get a good shot down the sideline with him right there, and makes a break. Sets up our offense really good right there. And it's the same old thing.
Just going the opposite way.
You kind of get those things out there, and then now you start making the defense worry about that. So now you can kind of keep them spread out a little bit, and it usually helps your run game when you can kind of keep guys out of the box.
Clip 10.
I think this is Brayson's play right here. Where
I got to see this again.
Big interception return on this deal. He just does a good job of jumping that route. They run that little out route, and he jumps it, kind of beats the guy. He beats the guy to the point, picks it off. It's going down, flips it back to Gunner, and then about right there you knew he was pretty gone. I mean, they had one big guy out there, and I was like, surely the big lineman guy's not going to tackle you. And
he just walked
he
in.
Makes a guy miss and walks in the end zone.
Let's just see that fully develop again.
I haven't seen the picture. I would like to see the picture they took over there on the sideline when he's going in the end zone, and it's
they did get one.
Lightning. I mean, it's just a lightning show behind him.
Really?
In the background, yeah, it's really cool. But because I saw it when it happened, you couldn't help but miss it. I mean, it was one of those sky, just
perfect,
lit up the whole sky and
couldn't
chased
ride it
across
any
the
better
sky.
moments.
So
That's
needed
awesome.
a big play. We got the extra point, and then we went to line up for kickoff, and that's when we got the notice that we were going to have to,
sit it out for a little bit.
Leave the field to the slowest moving thunderstorm in Oklahoma history, I think.
Clip 11.
Usually those things move about 50 miles an
I
hour.
know.
That would
And
move.
it
That would
seemingly
move about
was just-
5 miles an hour. It
Yep.
was brutal. So coming out, second half, and we got them needing to throw the football right there, and our guys just do a great job of getting pressure again. We get some pressure off. I think Luke started this. It might have been Cade Saunders with some pressure up. That was Luke right there on that one to get a great job off the edge right there. Great move, and was able to get around the tackle and got on him. So same thing again. We can get there with 3 guys. We're in business.
Clip 12.
So we throw Noah in there real quick, send Hud out wide, and take him over the top for a big pass. And that's good on Noah's part. That's what we told him when Cole went out. We're like, hey, Noah goes, Hud, you go out to wide out, and if we get in our tight end package, you'll be out there, and Brayson will be on the inside. But we sent him out wide and let him run the post route, and we made a great throw from Noah.
When's the last
post
time
route.
a Blanchard QB has thrown for a touchdown and caught a touchdown?
Yeah, I know.
Is that a first? We might have to dig deep. At least
we're
since
gonna
your
have to go
tenure.
back. We're going to have to go back down the archives on that one. I don't remember one. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Clip 13.
Big run right there by Vaughn McIntyre. He actually ran the play before that up in there pretty good, but we got a daggum holding penalty, and then we came back after that holding penalty and busted that big run up the middle. It was finally to see us break a run off, of more than 5 yards. And so we kind of just had stayed the course right there, and we were able to bust one finally.
Clip 14.
A couple plays later, we get him the ball again on one of our inside zone plays. The guys do a good job up front blocking, good job protecting it, and he's able to take it in there, bounce through a couple guys, make a guy miss right there, and then dives in the end zone. Got us our final touchdown of the night.
That was a 34-7 victory. Blanchard over Tecumseh last Thursday. Have another Thursday game that we're going to talk about here in a couple of segments versus Ardmore. First matchup between those two schools in football and school history, by the way. Who do you have for me today?
We're going to go with Jace Jackson and Chauncey Conway.
You want to say one good thing about both?
One good thing.
Awesome. That's
How's
good.
That?
That's good. That's good. You know, it's good. I'm drinking.
They'll keep you entertained here in a minute.
Okay,
so it'll be good.
I'm still searching for the perfect interview. We've had a couple of good ones, but the contest is still very much wide open. So
there we go.
We're going to roll out of the first segment here of the Blanchard Lions Coaches Show. We're going to interview Jace Jackson first, the senior offensive tackle, defensive end for your Blanchard Lions. That'll be coming up. You are watching the Blanchard Lions Coaches Show on Blanchard Lions TV.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Question. Welcome back to the Blanchard Lions Coaches Show here in the Blanchard Commons. This is a first for the year. Parent-teacher conference is going on. I'm with Jace Jackson. You are a senior.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Offensive tackle and defensive end.
Tackle.
Defensive tackle.
Tackle,
Okay. This is exactly why I answer these questions, because I get sheets of paper that are not accurate. But I digress. Hello, my friend. How are you?
Good. How are you?
You kind of gave yourself away, saying that you hadn't seen any of these coaches shows, which is actually, I think it's better because you won't know what's actually coming up. We actually ask really hard questions on this show. So we'll start with some football, and then we'll go away from some football, and then we'll have you and Chauncey come back up for a little activity, if that's okay with you.
All right.
So since you play both sides of the ball, we're going to have a couple more questions about what was last Thursday in that victory versus Tecumseh. We'll also get a little bit more information about what's coming up this Thursday versus Ardmore, if that's okay with you.
All right.
Let's start with Tecumseh. That offensive line group, how do you think that group fared last Thursday against that Tecumseh defensive front?
Our O-line?
Yes.
We
So let's start with your performance and then the group's performance.
I did all right. Threw my head a little bit more than I would have
you.
liked to.
Yeah.
Threw my hands out too far too, but
So what does that mean? For people that don't know, kind of give us an in-depth look into what an offensive tackle, the lingo, I guess.
Just kind of lunging out there too far,
'Kay.
kind of getting beat, and then have my hands out too far,
'Kay.
kind of almost holding.
Why do you not want, because of
Yeah,
holding?
you want to be inside.
Okay, and what does that lunge mean? I mean, why do you not want to do that?
Just so you don't get swam on, chucked off. Just so you can be stable and block.
Okay. But now the group is a whole performance. How did you think it went?
We did good. We had a couple mess ups, but that's to be expected.
What is a mess up? Just a missed block or?
Couple linebackers not picked up and a couple assignments not completed, but
Okay.
not too bad as a unit.
Who's been the most challenging so far, defensive line, this season that you've faced? Just out of curiosity. And why?
Probably say Newcastle.
Okay.
They had some big dudes.
It's just a size thing, or is it the amount of bodies that they're able to throw out? Or both?
A little bit of both. Big, strong. They had a 4-man front most of the time, and they They were a pretty good team.
So in a 4-man front versus like a 3-man front, I mean, how does your job radically change depending on the
A little
front?
bit. Our tracks as an O-line changed. So 3-man, if we're going away from our tackle
Mhm.
or the end, we're working more to backer.
Okay.
So that changes our tracks a little bit. 4-man, you can sometimes there's interior guys you're working to, double teams a lot more.
Okay.
And 4-man.
This is great, by the way. You're killing it. I've done like 2 or 3 interviews with O linemen. I'm not getting like the same traction of answers. This is great. So let's go over to the defensive side.
All right.
How do you think that defensive line did against the Tecumseh offensive line last Thursday?
They did pretty good.
Okay.
Um,
What are we looking for? Like, you just gave us kind of like the backstory of what makes an offensive lineman tick. Is it the same story as like a defensive line, or is there like a lot less thinking and just go get the guy with the ball?
well, our D line, we mainly get hands-on as our main objective.
Okay.
And
Hands on what?
Hands-on, so ends and tackles, hands-on tackle.
Okay.
If there's a tight end, we're fighting off the double team usually.
Okay.
Nose guard, job to get hands-on center.
Okay.
And then we're mainly looking for the run. If it's a pass, though, we rally to pass.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
we just work towards that.
Okay, let's go to Ardmore now, this Thursday. What are you expecting? We'll start on the offensive line. They throwing a big front out at you on the defensive side of the ball. What are you expecting from that side?
Well, they have a couple like keys that tell us what they're doing a little bit on their
Okay.
slants. So
What are the keys?
okay, so yeah, I don't want to give it, but yeah, so they got.
I don't think we have any
Yeah,
Ardmore
yeah.
people watching, but you know.
They have a guy, a stand-up defense end, and if it's long yardage on like 2nd and 10 or 3rd and long,
Yeah.
he'll come in and back out, and they'll blitz 2 guys and they'll slant
Okay.
the other 3 in.
Okay. Let's go other side now. Defense. What are we expecting from the offensive line of Ardmore?
Offensive line, they got a big right tackle, and they like to pull a lot.
Is that your side? Are you right side?
Yeah,
Or left
same
side.
spot as me.
Okay. So, I mean, how does that job change for you then? Bigger? Are you
Bigger,
anything?
not too much. He's big, but he's a little slow, so we'll see how he plays.
Are they run heavy or pass heavy?
Run heavy.
Okay, interesting. So we should be calling your name. A couple.
Well,
No?
hopefully
Or
a
you
couple
just
times.
you're just plugging bodies, right?
Yeah.
Right. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
I got a little bit of backstory on you. You came back
Yeah.
to play football this year. Can you just talk about what was going through your head when you made that decision? Just kind of the factors that factored into your decision. Just everything. Give me the whole story.
So watching them win state was just really kind of emotional because most of my buddies are in football. So
So you came back. When did you leave?
I left after spring ball after freshman year. So
Okay.
after freshman year, pretty much.
Okay.
Came back. Really December-ish, I came back and joined powerlifting, made it to state in powerlifting, and then spring ball came around and we just got after it.
Was there any one person in particular that kind of pushed you that way, or was it completely you decision, or did some of your buddies convince you? Like, what does that process look like?
I just want to come back, see all my buddies. Coach Whalen, love Coach Whalen. Maddox too. Coach Maddox,
Okay.
great guy.
And what coaches are those for
That's-
people that don't
okay.
know?
Coach Maddox, our offensive line coach. Coach
Okay.
Whalen's defensive line,
Okay.
and Whalen was a big factor.
So were those two coaches in powerlifting as well,
Yeah.
or okay,
Well,
I see.
Whalen's wrestling coach, and then he comes into powerlifting.
Do you also do wrestling?
No.
Oh, okay. So how's it been? I mean, after
been
that decision,
great.
it's been great.
Yeah.
I mean, has there been any highlights of the season, or maybe like not necessarily wins for the season, but anything just to highlight?
Just the locker room in general is great. Being around all these guys is so fun.
Yeah. What's a practice look like for you all?
Practice, we go out there, we stretch, and then we go straight into usually individual defense. So we do some drills.
Is the camaraderie kind of lively throughout practice, even though you guys are wanting to get the work in, right?
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
always good spirited,
Yeah.
always hyped up a little bit.
if I were to ask a teammate, describe Jace to me in like a couple sentences, what do you think they would say?
Good guy, probably.
Okay, that's a good start.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Give me a couple of your best attributes. Doesn't even have to be football related.
I think I'm a pretty nice dude. Pretty
Okay.
nice. I I like to help people.
Okay, well, that's good for football, right?
Yeah.
Especially what you're doing.
Yeah. I don't like to mess up that much either.
Yeah,
So
well, you're a perfectionist.
don't like getting yelled at.
Okay.
And then what else? I think I'm a good teammate.
Okay, good. That's I'd say all those are pretty integral in trying to win a football game or go further in the playoffs. So this is Jace Jackson. He's the senior offensive tackle and defensive tackle. Thank you so much for clarifying that for me. Before we get out of here, we are going to interview your teammate Chauncey in the next break. Tell me one good thing you can say about Chauncey Conway.
He's very energetic.
Okay, that's good. Is he a good interview?
Yeah. He'll be talking a lot.
You think he'll break down what you've been able to break down for me on the – okay, all right. Well, that's Jace Jackson, senior offensive tackle and defensive tackle for your Lions. We are going to get out, take a quick break. When we get back, we'll be talking to senior Chauncey Conway right after this. Don't worry, you're going to be coming back into the fold. We got something to do as well. But you guys are watching the Blanchard Lions Coaches Show on Blanchard Lions TV. We'll be right back.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all types of hard surfaces, including stone and laminate countertops, wood and LVP floors, tubs, showers, and cabinets. We can also grind and polish glass cooktops and remove scratches from stainless steel elevators and appliances. We focus on repairing just the spot with the damage, so you don't have to replace the whole surface. We work with apartments and residential properties all over Oklahoma. Give us a call today to schedule your repair.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
Welcome back. Rolling into the third segment here at the Blanchard Lions Coaches Show here in the Blanchard Commons. Apparently it's fall break. Totally forgot about that. I thought our fall break was last week because there was a Thursday game, and this is the first time we've done 2 Thursday games back to back. So this will be Blanchard's fall break heading in. So parent-teacher conferences are officially over. But I'm with Chauncey Conway, senior running back and not know this.
Outside backer.
Outside backer. Thank you so much. Chauncey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm pretty tired.
Tired? Well, that's good. Long practice?
Yeah. No, I'm just tired.
What does a Thursday look like? Like Thursday game, obviously games usually on Fridays. I mean, how has this week changed as far as like what you guys are doing day to day leading up to the game?
Well, it's different, of course.
So like if there was a Friday game,
yeah.
when is there like film after the game? Is that a Sunday thing?
Yeah, it's always Sunday.
Okay. So it's no matter what.
Yeah,
so was it Sunday this week too?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Sunday too.
So how is your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week? What does it look like? Like, what are you doing Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday?
It's pretty much all the same, except we just do our walkthroughs on Wednesday instead of Thursday.
Okay. So you're basically having to fit in a little bit more Monday, Tuesday for actual practice.
We fit in more on Wednesday than we do on Thursday.
Okay, I see. So you're just having to pack it in just a tad more. Okay, interesting. Let's get into what was.
Okay.
You are a senior, yes. You're a running back,
Yeah.
outside linebacker. Got that all cleared.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the running back room.
Okay.
Just the performance that was against Tecumseh. How do you feel like the running backs did in general versus Tecumseh?
I think we did pretty great. Gunner did really good. Vaughn did great. Had lots of carries.
Yeah?
He did really good.
How is that running back room gelled for you? I mean, obviously, you guys there's a lot of upperclassmen guys, right? I mean, how do you guys gel outside of the football field? I mean, inside the football field, are you guys close? Who are you really close with on the team?
I hang out with Vaughn a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How is Vaughn? Give me a description of Vaughn McIntyre in a couple of words.
He's pretty goofy.
Really?
Yeah.
What does goofy mean? Is he funny, or is he just
funny.
he just
He's
does
funny.
stuff that's goofy?
All of it. He's
Okay.
Goofy, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked Jace. If I had to, go up to one of your teammates and say, describe Chauncey to me in a couple of sentences, what do you think they would say?
He talks too much. He talks a lot. He's super energetic.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you talk about?
Everything. All the time.
What are some of what are you passionate about?
Football.
Okay, so you're just talking football? You're just talking shop?
Yeah, just Just hanging out.
Okay. Is it any type of football? Is it high school, college?
All of it. All of
Okay.
it,
Are you
yeah.
more of a college watcher, an
Oh,
NFL guy?
100%.
Okay. What do you watch more?
College.
Okay. Do you
Yeah.
have a favorite team?
Oh, LSU.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that why LSU?
Because, wow, it's my dream school on the go.
Okay.
I'm not going to go. You know, I'm not good enough to go. But
Okay, you could go for just school though. But why LSU? I mean, why did you pick that way back whenever you made that decision?
it's a long story.
Really?
Yeah.
Is
it's
it?
pretty long. Yeah.
Is that like a video game you played and you saw? Do you like
no.
tigers? I mean, do you like the color scheme?
I mean, that's another reason. You know?
okay,
Yeah.
you got to give us a story. I mean, this is a story medium. You're on camera in front of like millions of people. You have to give that story.
I wouldn't say I'm on camera with millions of people, but I just like LSU.
Okay.
I want to end up living in Louisiana. That would be kind of cool.
Okay.
Yeah, their food's great.
Are you a big party guy?
Maybe.
Okay, well, I was about to say Baton Rouge and Beale Street down in New Orleans. It gets a
Yeah.
little rowdy at night.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about Ardmore.
Oh, okay.
What are we expecting? You can go. Let's go offense first,
Okay.
and then we'll go defense. So, in a running back's perspective, what is Ardmore going to present defensively? What are you looking out for? I guess.
You know, I'm not too sure. Usually when I play running back, I just run really hard.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
fast.
Reading gaps, right?
Yeah,
just
I
making sure.
Yeah, I just take off. So.
Okay. You
yeah.
ever hang out with the O-line group very much?
Well, I live with Cade, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know
live-
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I live with Cade. So
Okay. Yeah.
He's always with the O-line.
You gotta be nice to those guys, man. They never
Yeah.
get the love that they deserve.
That's
so
true.
There may
That's
be
true.
one day if you tick them off or something, they just may be like, I don't need to block this guy for this play, and then he'll
Yeah.
blow you up in the backfield.
That would be a scary situation.
But I don't think you do that, right?
Nah, I'm nice.
Okay, let's turn it back to the other side.
Defense.
Defense. What are we expecting from that Ardmore offense?
They run the ball a lot.
That's it? Like, period?
They run the ball a lot.
Is it? I mean, what's the strength? Is it the running back? Do they just have a big O line? I mean, what's making that team tick? What makes them run the ball so much?
I'm not for sure. They just run the ball a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just that simple.
Yeah.
Is that where their playmaker is? Is their running back very good?
I guess so.
So tell me about your story. I know I was talking with Ashley a little bit
That's a
earlier.
really
I know
long- that's a long-
we could keep it just football related.
Okay.
Obviously you were here your sophomore year.
Yeah, I moved to Ada.
You moved to Ada.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
And then I came back.
And then you came back.
Yeah.
How has the comeback been? Has it been a tough readjustment? Was it really easy for you to get
Oh, it
back
was-
into
yeah.
the system?
Yeah, it's super easy.
I mean,
yeah.
obviously having the same coach,
Yeah.
all the way through,
We're all the
probably.
same friends, you know what I'm saying? So it's
Makes
just
sense.
Like, you're just like, Chauncey's back. Yeah. So,
Were
yeah.
you excited to come back?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Give me the biggest difference between and where were you your freshman year?
Where was I?
Yeah.
I was at McAllister.
Okay. So give me like a difference list between Blanchard and your other two stops. So give me what you like. You can give me a football reason
Okay.
and then an outside of football reason. So Blanchard.
Okay.
What do you like about Blanchard more than your other two stops? Football reason.
Well, the whole team's nicer here. You know, they're all cool.
Okay.
I have friends here. You know?
Yeah.
And at McAllister, I didn't play at all. So there was
Right.
I was JV. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but everybody's cool here. I like it better.
Okay. Now an out of football reason for like Ada.
It's bad.
Is it just Is it just boring or?
Oh no, it's just bad. They're crazy down there.
Really?
Yeah, they're super crazy down there.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
say a couple good things about where you are now.
Everybody's super friendly.
Okay.
That's a big one.
Yeah. Well, I've heard you're super friendly, so I don't know
I
why.
try my best. You know what I'm saying?
You don't seem like the kind of person that has a lot of bad days.
Nah.
No?
Not too many. Not too many.
Tell me a little bit more about the team. I mean, what's your favorite aspect? I mean, some of the guys that you gravitate towards, hang out with. I mean, just give me information about how you gel into this team.
Like just hanging out wise.
Yeah, just who you hang out with. I mean, what does practice look like for you day in and day out? I mean, just give me the lowdown.
Well, it's really simple. I just go to practice, run a little bit, and then go home, sleep.
That's it. You're just you just ball in,
Yeah.
ball out. That's it.
Yep.
Okay, interesting.
yeah.
Do you have any hobbies?
Sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Casino trips. That's pretty
Casino
fun.
trips.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Lovely,
Yeah.
lovely. So it is fall break. I just
Oh,
learned
yeah.
that.
We
I mean,
we hit another casino. It's gonna be great.
Are you going to be making any plans outside of casino trips
Sleeping.
with any of the guys?
Sleeping. I'm sleeping.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, of course we're gonna have practice and stuff, but
You guys have practice during fall
yeah,
break?
Yeah.
So like
well,
that
yeah,
Friday?
the game doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. This is Chauncey Conway, by the way, senior running back, outside linebacker for your Blanchard Lions. I'm going to ask you one more thing,
Okay.
and then we're going to have a little activity with you and Jace. Say one good thing maybe say two good things about him, if you can find two good things. Say 2 or 3 good things about Jace.
He's pretty smart in some aspects. He's strong.
Okay.
Is-
All right. Two good aspects for someone that's going to be blocking for you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's Chauncey Conway. We're going to fold Jace Jackson back into the party, and we're going to be doing some questions. After this, you're watching the Blanchard Lions Coaches Show on BlanchardLions.tv.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
This back-to-school season, give your home the connection it deserves with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Experience the power of Wi-Fi 6 technology for smoother streaming, gaming, and learning. And with the Go Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app, managing your home network is a breeze. Choose from multiple plans with symmetrical speeds for lightning-fast uploads and downloads. Get your family school-ready with Go.
Welcome in to, what is this, segment 4? Segment 3? One of those segments. We're getting into the fun segment here on the Blanchard Lions Coaches Show. This is where we ask some of the football players, in this case Chauncey Conway and Jace Jackson, their knowledge of the game that they play. We have 6 questions. Don't want to put any pressure on both of you, but every single pair of guys that have done this have completed it in satisfactory condition. So we only have 6 questions, and I promise you I have the right answers this time to all of them. Yes, I am I promise. You're going to have to get 5 out of 6 correct.
That's
very high, very high expectations, but coming from you two, I think you can easily make this happen. So without further ado, let's get into question 1 for Jace and Chauncey. On 2nd and 20, from the offense's 20-yard line, a pass interference call is made 10 yards downfield. Which should be the down, distance, and spot? 2nd and 10 at the 30, 1st and 10 at the 30, 2nd and 5 at the 35, 1st and 10 at the 35.
No, you got it.
Nah, that's you.
On a
Repeat it one more time.
on a 2nd and 20,
2nd and 20.
from the offense's 20-yard line, a pass interference call is made 10 yards downfield. Which should be the down, distance, and spot? 2nd and 10 at the 30, 1st and 10 at the 30, 2nd and 5 at the 35, 1st and 10 at the 35.
I'm only going to go like B. I don't know.
I was thinking A.
So B is 1st and 10 at the 30, and
No.
A is 2nd and 10 at the 30.
It's not B.
What was A?
A was 2nd and 10 at the 30.
Yeah, go A.
Yeah, I'm going A.
Yeah, just go A. A.
A?
Yeah.
A.
That is incorrect. That is incorrect. The correct answer is 2nd and 5 at the 35.
Okay, whatever. I don't.
That was C.
I didn't know that one.
Did y'all get
All
that
right, so you need to run the table for the remaining 5.
Oh, we
I
got
believe-
this.
Oh, we got this. We got this.
Here we go. The referee grasps one wrist with the opposing hand and extends the covered arm, hand open, outward in a pushing motion. What is the call? Holding, illegal blocking back, illegal motion, or false start? The referee grasps one wrist with the opposing hand and extends the covered arm, hand open. outward in a pushing motion. What is the call? Holding, illegal block in the back, illegal motion, or false start?
It's blocking the bag.
Block in the back? Is that final?
Yeah.
That is correct. We are 1 for 2. We are 1 for 2. Question number 3. A kicker misses a field goal attempt from the opponent's 32-yard line, and the ball lands in the end zone. From where does the opposing team take over? Its own 25-yard line, its own 20-yard line, its own 30-yard line, or its own 32-yard line?
25.
Yeah, which one was 25? A or B?
A.
A.
Is that final?
Final.
Incorrect. It is your own 20-yard line. It's all right.
Selling. Selling.
They have not, I will say the down and distance stuff traditionally has not been called well.
Yeah, you're
with
throwing
you
a lot
guys.
of numbers at me right now.
But that's okay. Let's finish strong here. Question 4. A muffed punt is recovered by the punting team and advanced to the end zone. Which is the correct call? 2 points for the receiving team, touchdown for the punting team. None of these scenarios are correct. Punting team's ball at spot of recovery.
See?
Nah, you're going to have to repeat that one more time. Sorry.
Okay. A muffed punt is recovered by the punting team and advanced to the end zone, which is the correct call. 2 points for the receiving team, touchdown for the punting team. Punting team's ball at spot of recovery, or none of these scenarios is correct.
2 points, right, for receiving team? The muffed punt went to
Yeah,
A muffed punt is
C.
a muffed punt is recovered by the punting team
and in their end zone?
and advanced to the end zone,
Yeah, it'd be 2 points.
which is the correct call.
It's C. It's
2 points for the receiving team,
it's C.
touchdown for the punting team. None of these scenarios is correct. Punting team's ball at spot of recovery.
It's not. None of those are right. C. C.
A D.
All right,
Let's
D.
go D, I guess.
I guess it's D.
D, punting team's ball at spot of recovery.
Sure.
That is correct. No clap. I hear no claps in my headphones. Second to last question. Which action might draw an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty? Taunting an opponent, aggressively arguing with an official, excessive celebration.
All of the above.
All of the above. That is correct. Good job. All right. For all the marbles, last one. On a 1st and 10 play, a holding penalty is called 5 yards downfield from the line of scrimmage. What will be the down and distance on the ensuing play? 1st and 20, 2nd and 15, 2nd and 10, 1st and 15.
2nd and 15, right?
On a 1st and 10 play, a holding penalty is called 5 yards downfield from the line of scrimmage. What will be the down and distance on the ensuing play? 1st and 20, 2nd and 15, 2nd and 10, 1st and 15.
B.
A.
It doesn't. Okay, you choose. It'd be first, yeah.
You just said it.
5, 4.
All right, B, I guess.
That is incorrect. It is 1st and 15.
What was B
wait,
again?
wait.
I was right.
Yours was 2nd and 15.
Yeah.
That's not correct.
Oh, first.
D, 1st and 15 is the correct answer.
Y'all said
Okay.
everything except.
All right, we may have to get you back on another episode for a redemption round.
Yeah, please.
That's Jace Jackson, Chauncey Conway, doing an, we'll call it an adequate job on the trivia. What matters is the dub on Thursday, though, against Ardmore. Boys, thank you for coming up here, being a part of this. Really appreciate it. We're going to get them out of here, roll into the last segment here at the Blanchard Lions Coaches Show with Coach Craig previewing what is to come this Thursday against Ardmore. You're watching the Blanchard Lions Coaches Show on Blanchard Lions TV.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all types of hard surfaces, including stone and laminate countertops, wood and LVP floors, tubs, showers, and cabinets. We can also grind and polish glass cooktops and remove scratches from stainless steel elevators and appliances. We focus on repairing just the spot with the damage, so you don't have to replace the whole surface. We work with apartments and residential properties all over Oklahoma. Give us a call today to schedule your repair.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring.
Welcome back to the final segment of the Blanchard Lions Coaches Show here in the Blanchard Commons. Fall break edition, 6:50 is your time, the year of our Lord 2024. Heading in to what is going to be a Ardmore team that is 4-2 on the season with wins against Altus, Ada, Chickasha, and Medill. 2 losses on Ardmore's record. Tuttle and Shawnee. This will be the first contest ever in Blanchard history versus Ardmore. This is a new district opponent after the redistricting that happens every 2 years. Where are we expecting from the old Tigers on Thursday? Are they a good bunch? What's going to make them tick?
Yeah, they're well. It's going to, in some ways, it'll be similar to last week. You got a team that'll run. You know, they're going to run that slot wing, double slot stuff, option game things, and just they get off the ball low. They get off the ball hard. They can, you know, it's kind of hard to keep them. It's kind of hard to get a negative play on them.
Yeah,
and put them behind the chains. You got to get them behind the chains, get them slow down, but. You know, got some guys that they're big guys up front that can push you around a little bit, and fullback kid runs hard, and got their slot guys can go. And
is that who's carrying it for him? Is it more of a fullback look?
Yeah,
or?
it's no. I mean, I mean, they do. I mean, it's pretty balanced. I mean, in terms of who they're giving the ball to.
Yeah.
On those things, they do. You know, they do some trap stuff and some counter stuff. Well, they do some trap stuff and some dive stuff with the fullback, and you know, he's in there to grind it out, you know, and get those hard, tough yards. And then they've got guys that they can pitch to on the edge that can get around the corner and go. And the quarterback's, you know, quick and shifty. But a couple receivers out there that they can throw the ball to.
Yeah,
you know, they throw a lot of quick stuff. They will try to go over your head. We've got some guys that can run.
So they're pretty comfortable with passing?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say they're comfortable with it, but
yeah,
they're effective. Let's just say that. They're effective with it. They do a good job of throwing the quick hitches, and then they kind of get you down. They'll try to go over the top of you on that. I mean, it's not by any means, you know, it's not an elaborate passing game because they're really in that double slot offense option type stuff.
Yeah.
And but they can run a couple little combinations on you that are kind of tricky, that can catch you if you're sleeping.
Yeah.
You know, they'll catch you, and it could turn into a big play. So, you know, we got to be very disciplined. It makes us be very disciplined. That's what option football does to you when you play that. It's kind of why we do what we do. It makes you be disciplined in what you do, fit wise, how you play. And once you relax, or once you take your eyes off your key, or you don't trust your key, or you don't read your key,
yeah,
you know, then it's they're just chewing up yardage,
right?
Moving the chains, chewing up yardage, moving the chains. So, you know, finding a way to get them behind the chains and get them behind the sticks is going to be key for us.
Doing work in the first and second
downs.
I
mean, we gotta get them behind somehow, some way.
Yeah,
and you know, that's kind of how you stop them.
Yeah,
I mean, if you don't find a way to make a play in there to get them behind the sticks, then they'll just keep doing that, you know, and then they'll steadily move the ball down the field. And
let's get into it. Craig's Commandments, fan favorite section of the show. Let's. I got be disciplined down.
Yeah.
Doing work in the early downs, key, at least on the defensive side.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you get to a faster start? maybe not a repeat of what was against Tecumseh.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some opportunities there for us, looking at some of the things that they do. And
Yeah.
I think we've got some opportunities to kind of spread the ball around and to really kind of force them out of the box
Yep.
and
They're gonna
then
pack
give
it.
us a chance to run.
Yep.
If we can get them, if we can be effective with those things in our offense that gets people out of the box, in between those tackles.
Yeah.
If we can soften those numbers some,
Mm-hmm.
then we've got a chance to be more effective with our run game. And that's something that we're always working on, something we're always trying to improve on.
Yeah.
I mean, we feel good about guys that we throw the ball to, and we
Right.
feel good about throwing the ball, but
A lot of experience.
at some point in time, I mean, when it comes down to it, you need to run the football. You want to run the football,
Yeah.
and you want to be able to run the football. And so, I think that's just it's a continuous process for us. If we could ever, get 100% healthy up front
Yeah.
and create some continuity there, that would help tremendously. It's just, we've got too many guys that are in and out.
Nursing,
And
yeah.
So it creates some confusion on some things that we're doing, and so I just think that hopefully we can get some guys back this week. I think Gavin's been back with us. He was out last week,
Okay.
and that's a tremendous help for us because that's a definite two-sided player right there,
Yeah,
and one of our better
absolutely.
defensive linemen that we were without last week. So it really kind of put us in a bind in a lot of ways, but. We'll kind of see how that goes. I think that, not giving up big play to them. If they're going to score, then they've got to earn it. They've
Right.
got to grind it out and chip away, and we just can't let them take one to the house on us. And they've done that in a few games, but. Most of the games, I think Tuttle did a pretty good job of really kind of controlling that. They moved the ball on Tuttle. They were able to get some first downs and move it, but just not being able to stick it in the end zone.
Yeah.
And so I think if we can play that way, which is the way we've kind of played all year long, we'll find a way. We can find a way to get in the end zone, and that's going to be key for us.
Let's talk about some of the notable players. You can just give numbers or just, positions if you want for Ardmore. Obviously, first matchup ever in school history for people that will be viewing via stream on Thursday. Just a couple of positions that you maybe need to watch out for.
Well, they're both of their slot guys on offense, and their fullback and their quarterback. Those guys kind of make things go. They've got some guys that can go on the edge. They've got some young youth in there. And, we have to take advantage of that, hopefully. But, their offensive line guys do a good job. They got a couple of really big guys over there that, we're going to have to handle and we're going to have to do well against. And defensively, it's kind of the same scenario. They don't have just a tremendous standout guy.
Okay.
They're all pretty solid.
Yeah.
They're
all
just,
the cogs are going to have to be
I mean,
working for it to work.
Yeah, and they do a good job up front, and we've got to do a better job up front on offense than they're doing on defense, and we've got to be able to be consistent in what we do.
Yeah.
And be consistent in our reads and take what's there. They've
Yeah.
got to give us something, so let's just take that. Let's
Right.
take that and be happy with it. And if we do that, we can move the football. If we
Right.
don't, then we're going to have to start stretching and reaching. And we're kind of grasping for straws, kind of like we were at times last week.
Yeah.
Last week at times we were just kind of having to overdo it.
Yeah. There are a couple of big games happening just across 4A.
Mm-hmm.
Blanchard, Ardmore, Cushing, Wagner, probably the
Yeah.
big one for just maybe district implications and just kind of what each team is. I don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
either team have really played as good of a team as what they are about to face this week against each other. And then I also put down Weatherford and Elgin. This is on me for not knowing. Did Elgin move down to 4A?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So they have been a pretty dominant force against the teams that they played. Don't really know what either team looks like in Weatherford and Elgin.
Yeah,
but
that's probably it's maybe a 1-2
Yeah.
district finish right there.
Okay.
I think that'll Clinton will probably try to have a little bit of say so in that. But,
right. I remember playoff Weatherford 2 years ago
Mhm.
or two. That was a young team, so I could
Right,
only assume
yeah.
that the product is better on the field
Yeah,
than what
we
it was.
we scrimmaged them. I thought they did a really good job against us in that scrimmage. So I
Yeah.
mean, it wasn't like we were just doing things at will. I mean,
Right.
they gave us a hard time. So
Yeah.
you know, they've got a good ball club. They're only going to get better
Right.
as time goes. So
Yeah, just
you
a
know.
couple of games to watch out for
But
anybody that Scorebug watches during the games.
two big district. I mean, two games with big district implications. On that.
Absolutely.
You know, obviously, kind of a 1-2 matchup in the district out west, and then kind of maybe a 1-2, maybe a 3 matchup for that east district with Wagner.
Absolutely. Blanchard Athletics update just around the sports world for Blanchard. Would you like? I know
Yeah,
we had a softball update, but
We
any
had
other thing that may be notable?
Yeah, big. We talked about band last week. Big
Yep.
shout out to our band who won 4A.
Oh, lovely.
So basically, 4A state champions in that. Got a lot of other recognition too in terms of some other awards that were out. One of the things that I saw I thought was pretty cool that they got was the fan favorite.
Oh, okay.
So they got that also too. They
The performance that they put on during halftime, I mean, especially with
yeah
competing, or not competing, just other bands that play either before or after, you can just
Right.
tell
They
it's a
did
different level.
Yeah,
It is.
Miss Kaufman does a great job with them, and that's a
Well-oiled machine.
Yeah, we went out Friday, and we were off Friday.
Yeah.
They had their send-off Friday, and we wanted to go, football guys to go watch their performance there, but we also had games to get to as coaches, and they were
Right.
trying to do that at 7, and I'm like, I kind of need to be in
Right.
Bethany to watch that game.
Yeah.
And so they did a special performance for us at 5:45, so
Oh, wow.
the football guys could come out and watch it, and because obviously we're not going to watch it at halftime,
Right.
and be available to see it. So I thought it was impressive what they did, and
Congratulations
it
to
was
them.
Congratulations to them. That's what a great representation. I think one of the things, whatever the like 4 different awards that they got,
Yeah.
on top of their state championship, was the first time I think in history that's
Really?
ever happened. So
A
for them,
a clean
for
sweep,
us,
if you
at
will.
least on that, yeah, they racked it up. So it was a great outcome for them. And then obviously, softball won super regionals
Yeah.
over Plainview.
Convincing fashion.
2 wins. Yeah, I had a big 20-0 win, and then I can't remember the score of the second one. I want to say it was like 9.
2 wins, that's all that matters.
9-0 or something like that. I've slept since then, but
Right.
but 2 big wins, 2 impressive wins, and now they're headed to state tournament. So
Okay.
as the number 1 ranked team
Is that
in 4A,
Devon Park?
so
I know it's not
Yeah,
considered
Devon Park.
Hall of Fame.
we all know it is Hall
Yeah,
of Fame
right,
Stadium.
right.
It's Devon Park now, and so they'll play at Devon Park. The bad thing about it is for us is they play Thursday at 5.
Right.
So
a little bit of a
with
double
us
dip.
playing it, with us playing at 7, we won't be able to make it. But
Yeah.
I just we got to get past round 1. We
Right.
got to play
and that's
round 2. We'll be there
Miami.
Friday.
Miami, I believe, is
we
that
play,
first round opponent.
We play Miami on Thursday at 5.
The War Dogs. It's a
War
fun
Dogs.
one. It's a
Yeah.
fun one.
They
Anything
got a
else?
little bit of travel.
Yeah,
ahead of
they
them,
do.
so.
Absolutely. Anything we may have missed, whether it be for the game upcoming on Thursday, anything notable that we might have missed out on?
No, I don't think
No?
so.
All right.
Yeah,
that means
don't
I
think
did
so.
my
We're
job
good.
adequately then.
We
Awesome.
say we can send out happy birthday to Sheena. I won't.
Oh,
it's
happy
her-
birthday
she's
to
a
Sheena.
It's a big one for her, but I won't tell you. I'm not narking on her what her age is.
Awesome. Well, happy
We'll
birthday to
just
Sheena
leave,
Long.
We'll just leave it at that. But it's a big one.
Yeah.
How about
absolutely.
that? How about we just say that?
Yeah,
it's
right.
A big one.
It's a big one.
It's
I love it.
It's one of them decade marks.
Right,
So
yeah.
we'll call it good.
That's Coach Craig. My name's Drake Vitsto. Big shout out to the great Nate, always running a great board, and then Ashley Robertson for being just the brainchild behind this entire production. So that's it. That's going to do it for us. That is a Thursday kickoff against Ardmore, first matchup in school history, at least for football. That is a Thursday game, 7 p. kick. After Ardmore, we will get back to our regularly scheduled programming Fridays at 7. But as for myself, you'll actually, I guess we should say where you'll be able to see that. Blanchard Lions, will there be 2 streams for softball concurrent with SAA?
Yeah, NFHS is the only
Okay.
stream available for
I see.
softball. It's the link's on our website, so if you go to BlanchardAthletics.com,
Okay.
the link's there, or you can go to OSSAA and
Got
pick it up. But the link, it's easier to go to our website and click the link on there. We got ticket links and stream links, and obviously it costs. You have to have a subscription to NFHS to watch it. But I don't think it's $13.99 or something.
Pay the price. Go support both teams
Which
on
is
Thursday.
what you would pay if you went to the game. So.
Right. So either or. That'll do it for us here. Go support softball and football on Thursday, softball in state, and then Blanchard at home versus Ardmore. That'll do it for us tonight. We will see you Thursday. I will be back in the fold on Thursday with Todd Lisenby. Big shout out to Carson for covering for me on Thursday as well. I really appreciate it. Will not be the last time you see him as well in the booth. But that'll do it here for us on the Blanchard Lions Coaches Show. Thank you guys for watching. We will be back next week.